Take a look at this clip. Do you see that?
Shot down.
No, my friends. This is not wall hack. If you take a closer look, you'll notice that the clove display is glitching through the wall. And this glitch is still in the game. So my friends, big tip. Don't use your clove smokes while standing against the wall, or the enemies might be able to see you. This is just one of the many tips of this video, because it's the time again another episode of the Valorant tips and tricks sent by you series. In this series, I show tons of Valorant tips and tricks that you guys send to me. And like always, I give away a battle pass to a random submission. So if you want the chance to win one for the next episode, don't forget to submit your tricks in the Lowlander Discord server. Also, don't think I didn't notice. This episode is the funny number episode.
Nice.
This whole series isn't possible without you guys, so thank you so much for all the submissions over the past few years. And now let's start with talking about Sunset, because Riot Games made a few changes on this map. The biggest changes are on B side. The first thing is that they removed the box on the right side of the entrance, and this means that the Cypher Trip wire doesn't have the range to get placed behind the entrance anymore. I'm honestly so glad that this got removed. If you want to place your trip wire on B now, you need to place it in the entrance, or alternatively you could also place it on this wall. And now if the enemies walk on the left side, they probably notice your tripwire, but maybe if they enter from the right, they won't notice it and they walk right through it. Another update is that the cinema wall is way higher, what means that the Cypher one-ways are very hard to pull off nowadays. But no worries, there's still a method. All you gotta do is stand against this line of the wall, then aim above the middle of the lamp until the color changes. A bit hard to explain, but just look at the background, it's very easy to do, and do a jumping throw. The best thing about this one-way is that you simply can do it in a pre-round, so if you miss a cage, you can pick it up and do it again. Another change on Sunset is this box over here in the middle. It's a nice box if you want to be a red player, but the thing you need to know about this box is that you can actually do a pixel jump on it. I would definitely recommend to practice it first, but if you manage to get this skill, you might be able to surprise the enemies even more. And oh yeah, since Split is back in the rotation, you can also do a pixel jump on this box over here. Very nice. We're not done with pixel jumps though, because in last episode I kinda made a mistake. In that episode I showed that you could do a double jump on the stairs on Haven, but I said that this mechanic was kinda useless to learn. But my friends, I was very wrong. I mean, yes, on this specific spot the double jump is kinda useless to learn, but this double jump mechanic can be so useful on other spots. And for that I want you to take a look at this clip. Because of the double jump, Craze Noodle was on the box very quickly, way faster than if you would have jumped normally. So yeah, actually a pretty cool mechanic if you use it on the right spots. Another spot is over here on Split. You can also do it over here on Hookah, and there are just way more spots. I would say be creative and practice this mechanic in your custom games. And about creative tricks, look at this clip from player Indo 10.
I will not die here.
Apparently this Sage just knocked away the Brimstone Molly with her head. That's a very nice trick, but this got me confused because over 2 years ago I also tested it, and back then knocking away the Brimstone Q was not possible. And I wanted to know the current state of the Brimstone Q. So I hopped into a custom game to do some tests, and here's what I found out. The first thing you need to know is that Brimstone cannot knock away his own Q ability. Not sure why you want to do that, but this is not possible, so no worries. The second thing I learned is that the enemies actually will be able to knock away the Brimstone Q. So if you're defusing the spike, make sure to stand directly under the Q ability, and then you might dodge the Brim Molly. This is actually a very OP mechanic, the ultimate counter for all the Brimstone lineups. But now another question. Let's do the test I did 2 years ago again. Can you save your teammate by jumping in front of the Molly so that the Molotov bounces away? The first time I tried this with Jet wasn't successful. However, the second time the Molly bounced away and I saved my teammate's life. This mechanic is actually so broken, man. So remember, my friends, if you see that Brimstone Molly coming, you can try to bounce it away and then defuse freely. And also, player Indo 10, you won this video's battle pass, so congrats, my friend. Let's now move on with this creative Omen play. Nissa was taken, used one of the oldest Omen tricks in the book, but gave a very good creative switch on it.
Off your feet!
One enemy remaining.
Good job.
Nice, dude. But let's zoom a little bit in on this trick. By now you probably already know the Omen ultimate cancel trick, right? What most people will do is stand somewhere on site, use the Omen ultimate and then cancel it and teleport back. But this time it's a bit different, because what I really liked about this clip is that Omen first teleported on the boxes and then used his ultimate. This made him teleport back on the boxes, and there would be way less chance that the enemies will expect him there. I know that it's a small difference, but I think the kills were way easier because of this, so well played, my friend. But for Gould's sake, you could also just do it on the site itself.
One enemy remaining.
Let's move on with the sage wall now. On Haven, if you go to A long, you can actually place your sage wall on these boxes over here and then let the teammate jump on it with the jet updraft or omen shroud steps, for example. When your teammate does that, he can look over the wall all the way to window. This is a very sneaky trick. No way that the enemies would expect you over here. Grim, is that you? Alternatively, you can also place your wall like this on these boxes and then your teammates can look into A long. A perfect angle to kill that nasty long operator player. And about Sage, you notice that on Sunset the enemy Sage is using their wall mid a lot like this. Could be a very annoying angle if you try to hold it from middle. Well, my friends, you don't need to do that because you can also kill her from B main. All you need to do is jump on this box. It could be a little dangerous, so let the teammate come with you and then shoot her through the window. A bit like this.
There's two mid.
I'm riding.
Let's stay on Sunset now for a very nice fight setup. For the setup, you need to go to A elbow and when the barriers are going down, place your wall at the end of the hallway. After that, your flash over here. Now wait patiently around the corner like a sneaky little rat. And when you hear your wall is activating, use your flash, peek. You probably only see one enemy. Kill him, take his gun, and then you have a nice head glitch spot if you jump on these boxes over here. The cookie shows you how it's done in game. Okay, enough tricks for now. Let's take a small break from the tricks and go to the trick shots. The first one is a very lucky kill on chamber. I honestly thought that Kaikun killed ISO over here, but apparently not. Then we have a flying Kikli headshot through a box.
Spike, bounty, yes.
Don't ask me how he got the kill over there. Next up, 3 very lucky shots through a smoke. Then we have a mid-air attack helicopter shot. And then a jet doing her jet things on Abyss.
Right there, saw you, Mosh!
Back to the tricks now. This next one is a bit unusual because it's on the new Team Deathmatch map. But hear me out. Why are people playing Team Deathmatch? To warm up, of course, right? Well, if just playing the Team Deathmatch is not enough for your warm up, a thing you can do in a defender spawn is turn around and then you see these practice bots flying all over the map. Some are flying pretty far, so good luck hitting them. But hey, at least now you can warm up before your warm up, I guess. Also, of course, they only appear before the berries are going down. They don't appear in the middle of the game, otherwise people will just stay in spawn, you know. And the sad thing, in the attacker spawn, there's nothing you can do. Just a boring old garage over here. Okay, sometimes I get those clips emitted where I think about, does that really work? And this is one of those tricks. Anywhere on the map you can place down a smoke, then go inside that smoke and stand with your back all the way to the edge on the enemy side. The idea, when you do this, the enemies just walk right past you and you can kill them from behind. On paper this trick looks very risky and not very reliable, but the thing about this trick is that a lot of people were sending this trick in, and I saw that multiple people got kills with this trick, so I couldn't ignore it. It might be a useful tactic in an eco round, for example. That's one, and here's another one.
Face your fear!
Well played, my friends. Another way you can go for the sneaky smoke trick is over here on Abyss. When the barriers are going down, place your smoke on these boxes, and from the outside it doesn't really look like an enemy could fit in that smoke. But in reality you can just jump in the smoke and go for some sneaky peeky kills. Well played, my friend.
Sorry, kid.
One enemy.
And let's stay on Abyss for a very risky but sneaky Sage trick. If you manage to plant a spike down on B, a thing you can do is place your wall very close to the edge of the map and then walk on the edge all the way to the end of it. If you're lucky, the enemies might think that you just walk back around the pillar, and then when he's defusing, easy kills for you. This one, however, might not be that reliable. I mean, a wall over it is pretty fishy, but if you want to be hip and unique, why not try it out? A wall that's a bit more reliable is over here on Haven. When the round is starting, push garage and place your wall like this. For the enemy's perspective, it looks like it's just the wall blocking of garage, but in reality you can sneak past it and get the enemies when they least expect it. A bit like It's Genius did in this round. He died, but good enough. And let's do one more Sage tricky, cause why not? On Bind, when Heaven is smoked, a cool thing you can do is place your wall on the left side if you are escaping showers and jump on these boxes. And when you do this, you can look over the box all the way to the defender spawn. A very sneaky head glitch spot that might get you some kills. Gamey of Gods shows how it's done. Let's move on and talk about Yoru now. The trick I'm about to tell you is so simple but yet so effective. When you get smoked off, a cool thing you can do is jump out the smoke while teleporting with your E ability, and that way you get info about the enemies, but the enemies don't really got time to react and shoot on you. With this info you now know where the enemies are, and now you can push out the smoke with the flash. Well played, Crazy Noodle.
Nice.
Now it's time to show you 2 recently discovered glitches. First of all, this Killjoy Nano Swarm. I don't think this is supposed to happen, right? The second glitch is with Gecko. If you use the Gecko wingman against the corner, he likes to surf a little bit inside the wall. Look at him go surfing over there. This is not very useful, I know, but it's a pretty cool glitch. Something that's a bit more useful to know is that this wall over here on Haven is easily wall bangable. You can use a Phantom, a Vandal, or even a Sheriff if you want to. You see on the minimap that all the enemies are over there. Just go for a few shots and maybe you get a kill like Kaikun did. And this, my friends, this was the last trick of the video. Big shout out to everyone who submitted in a trick. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.